In a world where just about everything is a prequel, sequel, or reboot, it's refreshing to see an original story make it to the big screen. Fortunately, 2018 is bringing a ton of original films to theaters, and they're worth getting excited about. If you've got sequel burnout, you can definitely look forward to these movies. The Commuter. Directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, The Commuter is the story of an everyday Joe who stumbles into a weird conspiracy during his train ride home and finds himself tasked with finding out the identity of a mysterious passenger before the end of the line. Most everyday Joes would steer clear of that kind of situation, but this everyday Joe is actually an everyday Liam Neeson, so you know it's about to get crazy.
I had a Liam Neeson nightmare. Drugged, I kidnapped his daughter, and he just wasn't having it.
You can check out The Commuter when it opens in wide release on January 12, 2018. Proud Mary. Actress Taraji P. Henson is set to star in Proud Mary as a mob hitwoman with roughly 1,000 guns who's forced to deal with a surly kid whom she accidentally orphans. The trailer promises a shoot-'em-up action extravaganza that looks like Jackie Brown on steroids. Check it out on January 12th. Game Night. The comedy thriller Game Night sounds like the perfect vehicle for Jason Bateman's deadpan brand of humor. In development since 2013, the film is about a group of friends who find themselves in the middle of a murder mystery.
And then a squeaky toy.
For the pain.
This will be the second feature for directing duo John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, the first being the 2015 reboot of Vacation, which wasn't terribly well received. But they also helped write Spider-Man Homecoming, so they obviously have a comic touch. Game Night is out February 23, 2018. Red Sparrow. Fox recently released a teaser trailer for the Jennifer Lawrence spy thriller Red Sparrow at CinemaCon in Las Vegas, and it certainly looks interesting. The adaptation of the 2013 novel of the same name has Lawrence playing a Russian ballerina turned spy with a form of synesthesia that allows her to see emotions as colors. She starts to have thoughts of turning double agent after falling for her target, a CIA agent played by Joel Edgerton. Red Sparrow opens on March 2, 2018. Alpha. Directed by Albert Hughes, Alpha is an Ice Age thriller about a young man who gets separated from the rest of his tribe. To help himself get home, he befriends a wolf which has been abandoned by its pack. Sony Pictures is promising a March 2nd release in 3D IMAX, which will be an awesome way to see this movie, judging by the trailer. A Wrinkle in Time. For generations of readers, Madeleine L'Engle's young adult fantasy novel, A Wrinkle in Time, was the first gigantic mind twist of their young lives. The story of a teenage girl and her young prodigy brother who must save their father with the help of interdimensional beings, the book has defied proper adaptation for better than 50 years due to its sheer weirdness. Now Disney is stepping in to show us how it's done. Ava DuVernay, whose 2014 drama Selma was nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture, is handling directorial duties, and the all-star cast includes Chris Pine, Reese Witherspoon, Zach Galifianakis, and Oprah Winfrey. If you've been a fan since childhood or just want your brain twisted, you can catch A Wrinkle in Time on March 9th. Mortal Engines. Philip Reeve's Mortal Engines series of novels is pretty nuts, and it's been begging for a film adaptation since the first book's 2001 publication. Enter Peter Jackson, who co-wrote the script for the forthcoming film with his wife Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens. This trio also worked on all of the Lord of the Rings films, and those turned out pretty good. The film takes place in a post-apocalyptic society in which entire cities on wheels roam the landscape in search of resources. Judging by the first trailer and the concept art Peter Jackson has posted on social media, it's safe to say that the movie will be a visual powerhouse. It opens in wide release on December 14, 2018. Extinction. Starring Michael Pena, Extinction is a sci-fi thriller about an alien invasion and a man who will do anything to protect his family. Emma Booth and Luke Cage's Mike Coulter round out the supporting cast. Universal picked up the rights to the film after an intense bidding war, so it obviously thinks this is a hot property. Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel, plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.